Hey guys, it's Andrew Laurie. This is our first real week in our YouTube channel. You know, you should be seeing our Pretzel Factory video this week, our College Hunks video this week. I wanted to go a little bit more in depth today, but just been too busy with actually here at Philly Pretzel Factory at Chad's Ford, just getting it back into the working order it needs to be. But just again, deeper into who I am and how I got started in this. And then next week, we got a really special thing. We're going to be interviewing another franchisee from Philly Pretzel Factory. So, Andrew Laurie, obviously, I told you my great uncle William Rosenberg started Dunkin' Donuts. I was 8 years old and I was in his office down in Boca, and I saw pictures of presidents and all these other people, and that's one day when I knew that when hockey wasn't going to be my sport. I played college hockey at Drexel, but just wasn't that good enough to go pro. But I decided that franchising was what I wanted to do. So my second year at Drexel, I did my co-op with Rita's Water Ice as their development intern, and then that kind of just blossomed, in all honesty. After school, I went and worked at a Harley-Davidson dealership, actually two of them, Brian's Harley-Davidson up in just above Northeast Philadelphia, and then Hannum's Harley over in Media, just to get my sales process down, learn my sales process, learn how to sell. After that, I went and worked for a company called Franchise Dynamics, doing franchise sales. Was there for about a year and a half when it just wasn't working out. So I decided to go into the insurance industry. Insurance industry was pretty cool, working for my buddy's dad. Started my own insurance agency after about 9 months being there in the franchise space. Quick, it was quick, 3 months, that's it. 3 months later, I ended up merging and taking a job with Arthur J. Gallagher and helping run their franchise program. It went really well for 2.5 years. I started missing the franchise aspect. I love the supplier. I'm really trying to learn every aspect of being in the franchise industry. So I've been a part of a franchisor, part of a supplier. After that, I went back to being with a franchisor as a director of franchising for a concept called Little Nest Portraits here in the Glen Mills area. Just didn't work out for me and them. Decided to become a broker again. As I was a broker, I was like, oh, Philly Pretzel Factory of Avondale's for sale. Let me pick it up. Let's see how I can do this as a franchisee. Started the ball rolling. After Philly Pretzel Factory of Avondale was working really well, decided to purchase another concept with a different business partner called Fitness Machine Technicians. Fitness Machine Technicians was a brand new franchisor. It's a great franchisor in all honesty. It just wasn't right for our organization because one of the people that own it need to be in the business, either as a salesperson or the tech, and they're doing really well right now. I love their franchise system. It just wasn't right for me, so I ended up selling that last year. Right after that, we picked up College Hunks Hauling Junk and Moving, which you learned about the other day, and kind of the processes there. Go deeper into why I picked that a little bit later, but it's all due to my wife, Danielle. We were watching Blue Collar Millionaire, and she just goes, if we do something next, I want to do that. Well, next week I called them up, met with them, and 2 weeks later I think is when we bought them. So that's that. After that, we picked up Midtown Chimney Sweeps, another concept that's pretty decent. Needs to learn a little bit as a franchisor, but it wasn't right for us, so we got rid of that later. Early this year, actually, January this year. And after that, we picked up the Philly Pretzel Factory at Chad's Ford. Was working with their owner for a while. He wanted to exit, so we came up with a strategy for him to exit. The store's a little bit different for me. Avondale, bigger store, bigger footprint, lots of wholesale. Here, the foot traffic, we need to pick it up. We need to do some things. So we're going to take you through kind of a little bit of how I work at each one, but I wanted to go through kind of the timeline of how I pick these things up. During all this, actually, my boss when I was at Rita's Water Ice is my co-founder for the Philadelphia Franchise Association and his business partner, and they're Tom Spadia and Josh Lignano, Spadia Lignano, great law firm for franchising. I'm going to be doing an interview with them later on, but here's what's coming next week, and this is what's awesome. Next week, we're going to be out in Lidditz with my buddy, who's actually becoming my business partner. More to come on that later. But he was the one that came up with the dog bone idea. So if you watch the Super Bowl, you watch ESPN, you saw these dog bones. That's all my business partner. We're going to go through that, how he chose Philly Pretzel Factory, why he chose it, how long he's been in it, what does he see the future of franchising. He's not that much older than I am. He's 35 years old. So it's another guy that's in that younger age bracket that we're really trying to hit and grow in the franchising. So I want to interview him, and that's our next week. So we're going to interview him Wednesday. It'll be released on Friday. Stay tuned. And that one is going to be awesome. Again, how did he come up with the dog bone idea? How did we roll it out? How did it be picked up and got as big as it did? For example, I sold $1,800 worth of dog bones in 2 weeks. That's a lot of money when they're only $1.50 each. So we'll talk to you guys soon and see you next Friday.